Brian says, I know a person's credit score often decreases a little bit after making last payment on an auto loan, but do the CRAs have to report that account as something beyond just closed? Okay, so very good question. And it may be even kind of two questions there. So your score can decrease after paying off a loan, which is sort of ironic, right? It's like, I have less debt. Why would my score go down? Generally, it's because when we're talking about credit scores, we're normally always talking about FICO, F-I-C-O. And FICO has a number of factors. So they say, what's your payment history, your length of having accounts, is your oldest account like 2 years old or is it 22 years old? And then they look at, your balance compared to available credit. So if I have a $10,000 credit card and I'm at 1,000, that's pretty good. If I'm at 9,999, they go, hey, you're maxed out, and that'll drop the score. But they also look at your sort of the mix of credit. So do you have some installment loans like a mortgage or an auto loan or a student loan? Do you have credit card debt? Do you have personal loans? And so sometimes when you pay off an installment loan, maybe all you have left are credit card debts. Well, so you have this installment loan, auto loan, and credit card debts. This goes away. And I mean, I've seen people pay off a student loan, never late on it. They pay it off and their score may drop 30, 35 points on FICO. So it happens. Now, that score will start to go back up, but FICO just likes to see that kind of nice mixture of credit card debt and installment loans. Now, as far as what the CRAs have to do in reporting that, I mean, once it's paid off, it should show up as a zero balance, and then it should be closed. And besides that, there's not a real particular information unless maybe it was a negative account. And then there's certain things we look for. Is there a date of first delinquency? What does the payment history look like? Brian says, thank you for a thorough, clear answer. Well, you're very welcome, Brian. I was wondering if the credit bureau had to report that in addition to the account being closed, it's closed and paid in. Oh, okay. Yes, you're right, Brian. I did not say that part, but you're absolutely right. So it should say either it's an open account or it's a closed account. And then there should be a pay status. Okay. Now, when you're currently paying, it'll say, paid per agreement, or if you're 30 days late, it'll say 30 days late. But once the account's closed, that pay status should reflect that, hey, this has been paid. Now, if it was settled for less than full amount, it might say, it sounds sort of weird, but it'll say settled in full for less than full balance. It just means you're settled, no doubt about that. You just didn't pay the whole amount. But let's say you were never late, you just paid that thing off, then yeah, it should just say, paid per agreement or paid in accordance with agreement. And so, yes, a very good point, Brian. I appreciate you following up on that. Yeah. So again, they do need to show it as closed, but then it needs to be accurate, whatever they're saying. So remember this with credit reporting. It has to be accurate, okay? And it has to be complete. Now, accurate means truthful. So if it's false, well, then that's inaccurate. If it's true, but yet misleading, then that can be considered inaccurate, even though it's true, okay? So I'm trying to think of an example. Brian, I'm supposed to, come work on your air conditioner, and you say, John, you're supposed to be here yesterday and you never showed up. And I say, yes, I did. And what I mean is I drove up to your house. I put like my pinky toe on your driveway at 11:59 p.m. and then I left. Well, is it true that I showed up? Yeah, but it's deceptive, not giving you the full story. So we have accuracy and then we have completeness. So when they don't put the complete information in, again, that can be misleading and it's just inaccurate. So if you have any specific questions or you want me to see exactly what that is, just, you can get in touch with me through my website, alabamaconsumer.com. So appreciate those questions, Brian.